Hello again, nursing applicants. Nursing Nick here. In this video, Jessica and I will be working through the process of completing the nursing portfolio. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, our admissions and advising staff are unable to assist students face-to-face to help them with their nursing portfolio. As indicated in the Nursing Admissions Booklet, is the applicant's responsibility to complete and mail the nursing portfolio. Your portfolio must be mailed to Salem Community College, 460 Hollywood Avenue, Carneys Point, New Jersey, 08069, before March 12th, 2021. Portfolios will not be accepted any earlier than January 4th, 2021. Be sure to include your name, your Salem Community College student ID number, and the program in which you are applying to: practical nursing certificate or associate's degree in nursing. Late or postmarked portfolios will not be accepted. So what is a nursing portfolio? The nursing portfolio will contain every form, transcript, and document found in the checklist. The documents will be placed in a manila mailing envelope and mailed to SCC. Hi, Jessica. Welcome back. How can I help you today?
Hello. So I completed step one of the nursing admissions process and have been accepted as a health science student. I'm registered for general psychology and fundamentals of anatomy and physiology. I would like some assistance on completing my nursing portfolio.
Wonderful. So you're ready to start step two of the nursing admissions process. You'll want to visit salemcc.edu/nursing and print out pages 19 through 25 of the admissions handbook. This will include the checklist and all forms you need to complete the portfolio. So let's go over the checklist. And again, that can be found on www.salemcc.edu/nursing. All right, and this is our nursing page. Underneath, we can see that it has practical nursing certificate. So we are going to go ahead and click on the portfolio checklist. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here, probably bigger than that so everyone can see. All right, great. So you notice that it says, please check each box as the corresponding requirement is completed. All of your documents must be enclosed in your nursing portfolio and submitted to Salem Community College by March 12th, 2021. So the first part on the checklist is the applicant contact form. This form will contain basic information such as your student ID number, address, phone number, and other various questions. Page 2 of the applicant contact information form contains an education history. You must include the names of your high school and previously attended colleges or universities, along with the dates attended and your degree received, if applicable. And just a second here, I'm going to go ahead and also show you what that form looks like. Okay, so right here, you will see the applicant contact information form. And we'll make it super big. And again, basic information on page 1, student ID, last name, address, phone number, SEC email address, if you've attended Salem Community College in the past, and then the second page is that educational history page. All right,
Okay.
did you have any questions about that?
So I wanted to see if admissions received my RCSJ Gloucester and Pennsville high school transcript. I was able to bring the second copy with me today.
Perfect. So yes, we have received all of your transcripts and have accepted your health science application. So your English 101 and Human Growth and Development have transferred over and is now on your SEC transcript. The General Psychology and Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology classes that you completed at SEC during the fall semester are also now on your transcript. Once you completed both pages of the applicant contact form, and have signed and dated them at the bottom, and we are ready to move on to the next form. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that form. And you can see that the next form that you will need to complete is the admissions placement status form. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. And the applicant contact admissions placement status form. Perfect, here it is. Okay. And we're going to zoom into 150% so everyone can see. So I received your Math AccuPlacer results, and you were able to place out of Math 92, which is the pre-algebra class. So you're going to notice two options on the top of the admissions placement status form. Here at the very top. So the placement test status, I have satisfied the Salem Community College placement test requirements is the first option. So if you have satisfied those, then you would check that box. The second option is that you are conditionally eligible to apply to the nursing program pending a final grade in your developmental class. So if you were required to take Math 92, the pre-algebra class, or English 098, which is our reading and writing prep to developmental class, you would check this box, the conditional eligible to apply box in that space. And then in this space right here in the name of course, you would put either ENG 098, MAT 092, or both if you had to complete both. So Jessica, since you completed and passed your Math AccuPlacer, then you are going to go ahead and check that first box, that you have satisfied the Salem Community College placement test requirements. The next requirement for the admissions placement status form is to make sure that all students have completed all of the prerequisites for Anatomy and Physiology 1. You should only check the first box if you have satisfied the Salem Community College Anatomy and Physiology 1 college level prerequisite, which is this box right here. This box right here. Yep. So the first way, there are many ways to complete the Anatomy and Physiology 1 prerequisite. The first way is to have completed Anatomy and Physiology 1 at another regionally accredited institution. It is important to note that Anatomy and Physiology 1 must be taken every 5 years. If you have completed Anatomy and Physiology 1 prior to 2016, you will be required to repeat this class. And the same rules do apply for Anatomy and Physiology 2. If you have completed Anatomy and Physiology 1 with a grade of a B or higher at another regionally accredited institution prior to 2016, you will not be required to complete that Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology course. You can just go right into AMP1. The second way to complete the prerequisite status for anatomy and physiology would be to successfully complete the Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology or General Biology 1 class with a C or higher at Salem Community College or at another regionally accredited institution. The third way to complete the prerequisite status for AMP1 is to currently be enrolled in the Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology or General Biology 1 class at Salem Community College during the time of your application. And the fourth and final way to complete the prerequisite status is to be registered for Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology in the summer 2021 semester at Salem Community College. Our nursing program requires you to be ready to take Anatomy and Physiology 1 by the fall 2021 semester. If you are ineligible to take Anatomy and Physiology 1 by the fall 2021 semester, you will be ineligible to apply for the nursing program. So, Jessica, since you have completed the Fundamentals of Anatomy and Physiology class at Salem Community College, you are going to check that box that indicates that you have completed Fundamentals of A&P with a grade of C or higher. Please make sure to sign and date the bottom of the page.
Okay, thank you. So I see the next step in the portfolio checklist is to obtain a copy of my unofficial Salem County College transcript. How would I do that?
So to obtain a copy of your Salem Community College transcripts, you're going to want to log in to the self-service portal. This will be the same portal that you use to register for classes. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new tab here. So once you have logged on to salemcc.edu, you are going to go under Current Students. I'm going to go under Faculty Staff to log into mine. And then you will click on Self-Service Portal. This will bring you to a login screen with your username, student ID will be your username, and your password. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And again, this screen may look familiar as you may have registered for classes for SCC. So you will see all of these different tabs right here. This is the Grades tab. So in order to obtain a copy of your unofficial transcript, you're going to want to click on the Grades tab, and then underneath, you're going to want to click on Unofficial Transcript. For the purposes of this, I'm not going to click on Unofficial Transcript because my Salem Community College transcripts are still on my system. But you will notice that on the left-hand side, there is an option for you to print. Your unofficial transcript must be included in your nursing portfolio. Students who have not taken any classes at Salem Community College must still include a copy of their unofficial transcripts in their nursing portfolio. It proves that you have a student ID number and that you're in the system of Salem Community College.
Okay, so the next part of the checklist is high school transcripts and college transcripts. Do I just check those boxes since I have my copies?
Correct. So you will go ahead and check those boxes that say official high school transcript or official proof of GED. You will also check the box for official college transcripts, if applicable. So please make sure to write on the first line, the name of the college that you have attended. So in your case, this would be Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester. Simply writing in the name of your college and not including your official transcripts will result in an incomplete portfolio and will be a denial into the program.
Okay, how about this international transcript evaluation?
So the next checkbox marked official evaluation of international transcript from an NACES approved evaluator is only applicable for students who completed college and/or high school internationally. So if a student has completed college and/or high school internationally, they must have their college or high school transcripts evaluated by an NACES approved evaluator before submitting their portfolio. And if you give me a second here, I'm going to go ahead and bring up NACES. So if you go to naces.org, you can see exactly which programs membership members, and they do have a list right here of all of the companies that will evaluate an international transcript. So I would recommend completing this process as soon as possible. If a student does not include an NACES evaluated transcript in their portfolio, then their portfolio will be incomplete and will not be accepted.
Okay. On the next box, it's about the TEAS exam. I have heard about it, but I haven't taken it yet. How do I do that?
So no worries. So if you have not taken the TEAS exam yet, there's still plenty of time. We will discuss this during our next meeting, but for now, you can go ahead and leave that section blank.
Okay, the next section is the rubric. I wasn't really sure how to fill this part out.
No problem. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the rubric sheet. And we'll make it 150%, I think is probably better. Okay. All right, so what the rubric sheet does is that assists the nursing department in determining whether or not you are accepted into the program. The first part of the rubric is based on classes that you have either taken or not taken. So since you've completed English 101 at RCSJ Gloucester and received an A in the class, then you are going to receive 3 points. Make sure to mark a 3 next to the points section of English 101. Since English 101 is the only class that you have taken, you're going to mark a 3 in the points earned section. This is out of a maximum of 22 of your total points. The next section of the rubric will be the TEAS exam, which we're going to go further into detail in the next video. However, let's run through a scenario. So if you received a 70% on your TEAS exam, you're going to indicate that in the total section, as well as the points earned section. So if you received a total of 70%, that 70 is going to go in the total section, as well as the points earned section. If you received a total of 60% in reading and 65% in math, then you would indicate that in the corresponding section. So your 60 would go here and your 65 would go here.
So the points earned would be the average between the reading and the math? I'm confused.
No problem. I'm actually asked this question all the time. So the total score for the TEAS exam will be the cumulative score for all 4 sections. It is not the average between the reading and the math section.
Okay. So since I'm a Salem County resident, would I put a 2 in the last section?
Correct. So if you are a Salem County resident, then you would receive 2 points on your rubric. In order for you to receive the 2 points, you must include a copy of your driver's license in your nursing portfolio. You may write a 2 in the points earned section. So basically, with our scenario of you earning a 70% on the TEAS exam and the 2 points for being a Salem County resident and the 3 points for your English 101 class, then what would be your total points out of 124 on your rubric?
So the 3 out of 22 for the classes, 70 for the T's, and 2 points for being a resident of Salem County. So my total would be a 75.
Correct. So that's really great math skills.
Is 75 out of 20, or I'm sorry, is 75 out of 124 a good score?
Well, I mean, that depends. Rubric scores really differ from year to year. If you received a 50% or higher in reading and a 50% or higher in math, then you are eligible to apply to the program, but will not be guaranteed acceptance. The 50% is the minimum score that you need to apply for the LPN program. I think you are really well on your way, and I look forward to hearing about your TEAS exam results.
Thank you.
Have a good one, and we will meet again during the TEAS exam session.